Islam Makhachev, Dustin Poirier, that was a sick fight. Really, really crazy. The little sequence at the end I thought was super cool, so we're just gonna break it down right here. Dustin was coming on, and Islam shoots like bang, like he got shot out of a rocket. Man, so tight on the leg, so quick. And then Dustin's hip heisting. He's got an underhook here, he's posting his arm, okay, and he's sprawling that leg that Islam has down to the mat. Islam, being the chain wrestler that he is, switches legs over here to the far side. But that still allows Dustin to complete that hip heist. And now Islam is stuck with a head outside single, okay, head outside single on the other leg. Dustin's like pushing him down the leg, okay, towards the ankle. So it's harder for Islam to come up and get close to him, finish stronger movements, connect to his upper body or his hips, right? Islam pulls out this golf swing and just Nike check marks the ankle. Super sick, ends up in a front headlock. Blows guillotine, right? He's got a head and arm guillotine, blows under, and then boom. He's threatening the guillotine on Dustin, that's Dustin's move. And it is somewhat true that a lot of times people are vulnerable to the same thing that they are good at, right? If they like to attack with guillotine, a lot of times they will also be vulnerable to the guillotine. Dustin fights this off though, gets through it, and boom, Islam changes the grips. He starts pulling the hands to the opposite side. Now, Islam has really short arms for a 55er. His reach is 70.5, right? Wingspan, mine's like 75.5. Poirier's was like 72, which I would say 73 or 74 is probably the average of the division. Now, because Islam has such short arms, it's really difficult to do a traditional Darce choke where you're grabbing your bicep like this. So he opts for this short Darce grip, right? Which is where you're grabbing the forearm. So you've got your arm under the armpit up to the guy's neck, and you just grab your forearm. Now, every time I've seen this done, and every time I've tried to do a short Darce, I've been grabbing here. But Islam is like way up the arm, right? He's way up the arm at the top, which is, I thought, was really interesting. And then once he gets it, he's just using the wrist, it seems, to push on the back of the shoulder, pushing down on the back of the shoulder, which I think will allow him to lift this elbow up into the armpit. Because from what I know of Darce chokes, what allows you to finish that Darce choke is your elbow getting close to the armpit of your opponent. So Makhachev here is going to his side. He's driving down, I believe anyway, he's driving down on this arm and he's pulling up, okay? He's pulling up on this arm. And you can see him go right to his side. Dustin tried to roll out a little bit, but you can see here, like, there is not a lot of space. Okay, his whole head is backstopped by the chest, and that elbow is right up. The inside of Makhachev's elbow is very close to Dustin's armpit, which just makes this really tight knot. This really tight knot in there. And for me, honestly, it wouldn't be the tightest knot because my arms are so much longer. But against really big people, I'm going to try to utilize this and see if I can make it work. Because sometimes people are too big for me to Darce choke. So I'm going to try to give him a Makhachev choke. Look at the elbow and the proximity of the elbow to the armpit. Right? There is like no space there. Okay, and when there is no space, you're like in a box, man. Your head and your arm are just in this really tight box, right? So this is part of my triangle theory, and I actually learned how to do better triangles while doing Darce chokes. So the Darce choke is just a triangle with your arms, and all triangles essentially work the same. This is just one of the theories that I work on, and it allows you to pretty much make a triangle choke out of whatever of your body parts. So there needs to be something that clamps onto the neck, right, around the carotid. There needs to be something that backstops the head, and there needs to be something that connects tightly to the armpit. If you can do that, if you can make sure that those 3 points are covered, then you can make anything a triangle. So this Darce choke is just a triangle. It's a triangle with your arms, just like the arm triangle is a triangle with your arms. It's just in a different configuration. All of these things are the same, and if you have that understanding, then you'll be in positions that you've never been in before, and you'd be like, oh, that can connect there, and that can connect there, and that can connect there, and boom, it's over. So when I see something like this, I think about how I can use that. That's a grip it's not a huge difference, but maybe that adds a ton of leverage, right? Like maybe the change from here to here can add a ton of leverage, which that's a way bigger space, right? Mine is like this, right? My Darce choke is like that. It's actually like that. Okay, and then he's doing it like this, right? That's way less space, or sorry, way more space. So this triangle theory is just one of the theories that I'm working on in the gym. As you've seen, that I do some weird stuff, like I think corpse guard is actually a thing. I think that there's a stance that you can make that is almost impossible to take down. Not impossible, nothing's impossible, but it's almost impossible to take down. And it's a shape that most people think is the easiest to take down. So if that interests you, then hit up Craig Jones. Okay, tell him we want to see Kajan Johnson in the Craig Jones Invitational. Invite that dude. He's got a YouTube channel. He's from TriStar. He knows Ethan Creelenstein, and he's dope shit and will wreck all of your leg lockers. So my style, I can actually help you out, Craig Jones. My style's biggest weakness is leg lock. So I would invite all of you leg biters to come and try to rip my legs apart, because I think that I can make shapes that you can't really break very easily. And I think when you try to take my legs, I will smash into the earth through you, and you will not want to be there for very long. Everybody out there, like, comment, send my tournament video to Craig Jones. I'm doing another one June 8th. You can send that to him too. Right, I already hit up people in his gym, but I need you all to help me get the Craig Jones Invitational, man. We want that $1 million. Peace.